the ready. Just going to be sending the fault line here. Stealth drone cleared out. Fault line avoided. Paranoia going to be sent and freeing, able to collect a kill as Levius is going to be taken down. Continues to swing around the back here in mid. Doesn't find too much here for his efforts. Mako, however, up into the smoke. Takes out Russia. Now, not getting a piece of the pie as it's just going to be a back and forth. Suddenly, K-Knight YZ, last two standing here for the side of BLG, but low on HP is K-Knight, and he will swiftly get taken down. Swing onto the corner, YZ, able to run him down. Finds Estrella, now cuts across. Faking back as, okay, Mako noting him. YZ just looking to back away and try to see if he can get Mako to swing forward, but Mako's going to play this patiently. Wait for the spike to get planted, it would seem.
Yeah, Mako is a clutch god, so he'll see if he can grab it, and he does.
4 Bulldogs and a Sheriff as Hyunmin is just bounding around here. Long on, he's able to find one. Bottom does get taken down, push up into the smoke though, and Estrella going to be caught just having sent out that flash. Bane finding 2 from Long into the lobby. Keeps us at a 2v2. Bulldogs in hand for both players. DRX with a very solid opportunity to try to convert this bonus.
Do BLG in this current situation think that freeing is going to come back over to the side? Mako though.
Mako able to find it. Now into the 1v1. Ham toggled and freeing, just ADS'd in. Drone, so they do go ahead and get note of him. Hyunmin now exactly where he needs to be. Able to fake out, we'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be Russia taken down. Overdrive pops, that's just going to be the clone. Widely, they're going to be held at bay, and Levia's going to be dead as well. TP forward attempt there from YZ, but they are just getting absolutely shredded. Going to get a spot on the freeing as well as Mako. There's Hyunmin trying to escape, and YZ able to find one with that frenzy in hand. Freeing going to be full flashed up, just strafing here at backside. Not able to collect that, but Hyunmin finds K-Knight at the same time as now the Hunter's Fury coming through from Bane, looking to cause some chaos, and does get a tag onto Russia.
3v3. Got to get this operator line for Hyunmin, otherwise he's very difficult to get in with 12.
Yeah, recoverable weapons are going to be dropped here on the side itself. One of them in the hands here of Neff is looking for a timing attempt. Levius does get a good amount of damage in, but cannot find the kill. Hyunmin and Bane, 70 HP between the two of them, bounding forward. Bane finding one, Estrella getting the other. Close but no cigar here on the thrifty attempt. Quick clear on the clone here, Mako. Continuing to swing. Flash is going to be dodged, but so are the bullets. Freeing able to find one, but K-Knight trades it back, giving himself a second, now a third, as Estrella will fall to the wayside. And that is a fantastic start of the round here for the side of BLG as they look to get their first round win. On spots one. There's the ping reveal. Quick reposition from Bane, dancing around in here, but aftershock on top of him. Russia finds the headshot, and Hyunmin now needing to try to get a retake versus 4 players with just the operator. There's a swap right here down below. Jump peeks, gets the headshot onto Neff. Now down to 2. Still has a fast lane, sends it. Looks like he's going to try to reposition back around. Time is starting to tick. Slide forward and can't quite find it. Levius spotted there. He's actually going to reroute through garage for a very long flanker, perhaps. No, tucks back as that's just going to be a spam out. Bane able to find one as YZ gets taken in. Bane's finding another. Russia dead. Estrella fighting back. Bane's killed 3, and now Levius, he's not even arrived at the site. Slowly creeping his way through sewers. The spike is dropped, and the site is just completely surrounded. They've got Estrella watching in case the flank comes through B. 2 players low HP here for the side of DRX, but this be a counter swing angle. There it is. The smoke there with the overdrive is Hyunmin. He does get a decent amount of damage as Neff gets knocked down. 57 HP. Armageddon now going to be called out, freeing, able to find one as K-Knight going to be taken down and freeing. On the approach from Sewer is absolutely shredding them. Finds himself a third. Now they know where the last player is, and it's going to be an easy cleanup here from Mako to get the other 2. Tripwire gets the catch. Then Hyunmin is able to find Russia.
This is very split from BLG.
Yeah, they're just trying to activate lurks here. It would seem to just poke and prod, trying to see what's open on the map. But they end up just getting caught. Now freeing just slides in behind K-Knight here in garage. Not wide enough on the jiggle peak. Levia's still not really spotted, but he'll send out some shots, so should know both players' positions now.
Mako's waiting to go through the trap wire along.
Oh. Well, it's a correct call from Estrella. That's going to go across. That's going to hit onto 2. One out into the open, the other just around the corner. And Levius now really needing to fight his way out of a tough spot, and he cannot. Once again.
Yeah, that could get into B.
Mako, yeah, strafes in. Oh, hello. There's a TP. Why is he just absolutely got on top of him. Ends up getting traded out, though, as Bane with the Hunter's Fury comes up with the kill, and Freeing's able to drag across the 2 with that transfer. Estrella looks up, Russia goes down, Spike is on the floor, and K-Knight's all alone.
Yeah, at least the devs coded in that the Spike can't stay on top of that. Bouncing on back. Now it's, well, a 1 versus 3. It is the last round of the half, by the way.
It is. It's been a little bit of a speed run, and that'll just be a double face into mid. All right, well, Neff trying to go peeking out here. It's going to be Russia, though. Now from Garage is able to find one. Estrella going to be taken down. Bane joins in alongside Hyunmin. Their powers combined, they're able to find a kill. Big lurk insertion here from Freeing. Similar with Mako. Out a window here, as Hyunmin is so snappy with that. Holy. Gets himself a second. K-Knight going to be taken down, and now it's all on Levius, still making his way over. The flank has basically been abandoned. Freeing's like, okay, I guess I don't have to do this. I don't have to play this angle.
Yeah, and eventually they're just going to know that he's on the Spike, so Freeing can come.
Yep, just the Jiggle peeks out, knows that it's cleared, eats a ton of damage, and Mako will secure it.
They've struggled though.
Well, he was strafing away. He managed to survive a little bit longer than you might have anticipated there. Mako wasn't able to find it, but Mako will find K-Knight pushing out of a lobby. And that now just leaves it Neff and YZ to see if they can pull off a 1v4. And then 1v3. One solid shot found, stuck into the corner, but scouted out. Gets himself a second one, but there you go. Team Ace. Everybody gets a participation award here from DRX as they take down BLG in dominant fashion. Why is he just drifting down? You got Hyunmin out in the open, and he's going to get picked apart. So solid kill to bring this back into parity. As Mako similarly at 10 HP. He has a somewhat easy target as Jiggle Peek going to be coming through. K-Knight just scraping forward, and Estrella collecting 2. Continuing here with his fragging, and oh, Bane, I think he's going to go for it. In front of the home crowd. Okay, he will just put him down nice and easy. Don't want to go into your first buy round not having any kind of armor. Still isn't going to be half, but there you go. Solid early kill. Double set up on top of pipes. They're able to catch Bane, so now don't have to worry about the lurk. And because they kill the Killjoy, they say, okay, well, this is probably going to be B. So they immediately pivot 4 players into position here to try to intercept. Hyunmin does manage to find one, so a trade out on the Killjoys overall. But then Neff trades up and equalizes. The Jets similarly now gone.
Also got the Reckoning.
Mako in around the back. 3 players, wall falling. K-Knight ready for it. Freeing. Only going to be good for 1. K-Knight collects a second, and now it's all on Estrella. Try to see if he can get this bonus converted. Couple shots through. Comes out here on the mag. Spike now starting to be diffused. Just going to be able to hold for this one, it would seem, as yep, Cove hadn't been broken until that very moment. Estrella will make it costly. Playing around the rosy with it, but YZ's there on top. These extra layers from BLG. Working a treat, they find the catch. Now Mako potentially at risk here, given his position. Look forward, a cross over by mid. Swing out, and yep, will get taken down there. As Levius similarly finding it, Freeing a little bit whiffy on the spray. Finally does manage to find one, but K-Knight just trades it back, and now once again, it's Estrella all alone. YZ. Widely going to be stuck here in this position. Bane riding across, gets himself to the top of 410. Salvo's now coming through to try to flush them out into the open. Mako striking up in mid, able to find one, but now the return fire comes in and BLG start hitting their shots. Mako taking down Estrella, going to be dead, spiked on the floor. As it's now all on Freeing. Down to 30. Anticipates the pressure, but this one it absolutely is. As the players spread here for the moment, Hyunmin able to find YZ. Disconnected from the rest of the team at Levius and Russia, able to find 2.
Ooh, timing.
Get this back in, yeah, as you say, Mako, the timing just a hair off. Is an answering Reckoning now going to be invested. Sends the bite, he eats the stun, and Neff strikes from behind. Finds the kill, knows the position of Bane, but is unable to win out that fight. Bane, however, able to find Russia in the snake bite. Stacking the right side of this. If DRX can get in, which right now is looking unlikely, so they could try to go for a pit, but now Mako needing to clutch up a bit. You can hear the crowd right there.
The A site is open for the taking now, so Mako and Bane, you got a pit, you got 1 molly.
But you also, if you pass the spike over, you will have a lockdown as well for Bane.
Yep.
So could have that ready to be invested. It seems like BLG still not necessarily convinced. They're going to wait until the spike is fully down before they start shifting Neff over. But that gives Mako plenty of time to go ahead, set up the pit, and then disappear within it.
Yeah.
Curious that they didn't give this to ban.
I mean, if there's a member of BLG here, Marco's low, loses the duel, those sort of things. Irrespective, multi-prong retake now for BLG.
Could be fighting on two fronts, but sliding here into the corner. There's those shots fishing, nearly catching Mako, but not reading that Bane was going to be on the close angle. Comes away with an easy enough kill. That leaves Levius now. They try to fight his way through this, but the time is just not really going to be there. Taps the spike, checks around the back, nothing going to be spotted. It'll make it a little bit more costly. And in the end, if they can get moving here quickly.
Lots of mollies, salvos too.
Drone trying to check, Hyunmin. Oh, I'm not sure how it didn't see him. Had line of sight, either way, push through the wall. Estrella able to find one, gets ping revealed out. K9 dropping, is able to find him. Hyunmin dead as well. 3v3. A pit now set up here, but still the salvos to try to contend with. Mako on the flank. Swinging around the back, the turret set up. They're looking, checking, trying to see what they can spot out. The spray is a hair off, but Bane gets the readjust, finds the head, freeing there as well. Finds Levius, and now the time, it's been bought.
Yep.
Bane will die, but so too shall Neff as the spike erupts. Here on both sides. Going up over the top, and Estrella just has it lined up. The aggro attempt here from BLG, absolutely swatted.
Third reckoning in.
Yep, and okay, well, things get a little bit dicey here between the Jets, but it's going to be Estrella third reckoning, third kill for him in the round. Levius taken down, and Neff widely just going to have to play back and save. They invested so much money into this one.
Half.
That's what they're going to be looking for, and that's a good start. As freeing dead, K9, little bit of damage, but has the regen shield on top of the 63 HP. See him maybe play a bit more disconnected here, but he's got a drone up over the top. At the same time, Mako breaking through, finds Levius over it too. But having the jump on him. Estrella now going to be taken down though. K9 comes up with another ping reveal onto two. Mako start calling for a bit of a rotation here, it would seem.
Oh, catching Neff as well, but you still can't get away without a trade over at the A site. Now you play as numbers as BLG. Consider the investment of the Hunter's Fury as well. It'd take Mako down with one bolt, being that he's on 80.
Turning his attention towards this attacker's side. Peeking and spotting out at least two players. So decent, decent info for him. And the Hunter's Fury comes through here from K9. Footsteps now being made. Hyunmin forward. Gets it with the last bullet. Turns his sights back over. Cloudburst, however, going to be far too late. K9 gets himself a 4K. Mako now needing the clutch. Otherwise, K9 potentially on for an ace here. Big fight at the ready. The spray. Not quite finding the damage there. Has to break the cove. By some time, it has to go for the reload. Now down to 29. Ball still there. If he kills the diffuser, he might just win the round.
It's half.
It's been half. Okay.
Oh,
I mean, Mako, they could spray out of this position, but he just re-fights forward. 4 HP in a dream. Finds the kill, turret.
No, there was a wall.
Would execute him there. Either way, he's able to get away from it. As Reckoning now going to be invested here from the defending side. BLG wanting to get the retake before the spike can even get planted. Swing onto the corner. Estrella caught off guard. Gets taken down. Bane will find Levius so far.
There's two flanks here.
Players here in the site for the side of DRX. And Mako just now getting ready to arrive. 4 HP. Can this backstab find the value that is necessary? The answer is yes. Wisey ends up getting taken down. Risha now. Position a bit forced. Shorty draw out and is able to find it. Neff arrives. Shot there on the Risha, but okay. All hell now. Breaking loose as Spring is able to find one, but gets traded back here as Neff with that Sheriff. There's in quite a bit of damage. That went forward. Hyunmin able to find it, but Neff gets himself a second. Bane will drop him. They're going to find a stray at the same time, so now a 2v2. Ghost just going to be scooped up. Plant coming through here in the cove on the corner. You've got Mako on the approach, swinging in from behind. Right now, not much greens is being paid to this angle.
Spotting out Bane.
Bane, he's been spotting out them both. So Mako going to start scaling forward. Is he ready for the jump? He absolutely is. Brings it to a 1v1. right of the rope. Russia goes to the top and instantaneously finds Baines here on the approach. Shots just a hair off, connecting there onto K9. Baines scaling forward, gets himself slotted in along this left-hand side of the site. Comes away with one, puts the spike on the floor.
剩余30秒。
Mako still on a flank, as Bane trying to reset on the aim, can't do it. Does manage to take down two before getting dropped, and cleanup still looking overall good here for the side of DRX. Wisey now has to do it all. Comes away with a third kill, can't make it happen. Would have been an ace clutch. Nearly there with it. And Stealth Drone to try to lead the charge here. Mako somehow not finding that kill. Uncharacteristic for sure. Gonna take it down. Estrella does manage to find one. The Reckoning immediately going to be used. The Nanoswarm as well. Popped on the corner to try to interrupt the plant, and it has. The swing out. And Estrella finding K9. Kenman now arriving. Levius dead. That is going to be the clean out.
It's a good situation for Neff to deploy the pit here as well. That was very risky from Estrella. Wow.
Yeah, bold and ill-advised. Nanos will buy a little bit of time, but had Estrella not gone down, I feel like maybe this would be an angle to use the lockdown, but at this point, not too certain about it.
Yeah, you'd also have to probably remove K-Knight from the situation so the Hunter's Fury can't just be an answer. 5 versus 3 for BLG here. Taking a bit of time, slotting in Wisey for a flank through mid.
All coming back up, looking for the spray, but can't get the interrupt somehow. Not even much taken. Was there a cove in there? Might have been. Blocking out some of the bullets either way. Neff does manage to find Bane. BLG. And then immediately rushing forward. Bane, he just drifts down mid. He finds Neff. He's going to take him out, but Levius just snipes him out of the sky. So in the end, a 1-for-1.
Yeah, but it is BLG going in towards the A side as well, still.
Nanos to try to buy some time, scaling forward, but freeing unscouted here on the flank. Is able to find one, but does get traded back. Right now coming through, Wisey coming up in the second. As Bane does get taken down right on the rope. Mako trying to steady the aim, but Wisey is just absolutely dominating them. Shot and tries to exit. Dash forward though. Mako eventually able to steady the spray, finding Wisey, but cannot escape. Spray through the wall. Russia able to find it. Armageddon now going to be called out to try to interrupt the plant. Goes across, the stun coming through, and that will be Russia taken down, freeing able to find it. Player advantage for the moment here in the hands of DRX.
You'd expect the Reckoning has to go in for Estrella, right?
I think so, that or the lockdown, which will go ahead and get committed. Now the pit going to be dropped there as Neff does get taken out. Stun around the back of Yellow, coming through, flushes him forward. K-Knight going to be taken down, and the flank angle is noted. Diffuse to come in, find it there. Backs off, and it's going to be sniped again. This time Neff able to find him. Freeing does come away with one. Wisey just scraping over top of these Nanoswarms, ends up getting melted down as Freeing collects a second kill, but Neff is the one who's really coming online for the team here now. Mako fishes for a single elimination, and up and over the top goes Neff, gets himself. DRX maintain control. Shot into the open, Bane, he takes the fight, he manages to win it. K-Knight and Levius both dead. Somehow surviving with 8 HP.
Unbelievable on that one. The risk to be able to just do that when a single bullet goes through that dice box, swing out, find two. There is a interesting factor on this round though. Wisey at B. This stinger angle from Mako.
He's kind of reading it. He knows what space he's given up, and now the shots are flying towards him.
He's lucky he got out.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to tuck into tube. Now the rest of DRX immediately swarming forward. As Wisey, instantaneous with that headshot, and if they go one after the other into him, maybe he can come away with it, but Bane's still at 8 health! Get tucked on a different angle, push out of the cove, and there's the cleanup. Wisey going to be taken down still more. Facing forward here against Mako, but Bane, a bit of covering fire, is keeping him protected, and well, you said the word, I think it's going to happen. 2 players remaining now for the side of BLG. Needing to pull off a 2v5 to stop this map right here, right now.
And what can you even do in this scenario? You've got your wall as Neff, but that's already down on the floor at the B site. You've got your flank watch, coming out from Hyunmin too. There goes one, and a good trade
the
out.
Other. Has an alarm bot to watch.
Yeah, walls across everywhere. Disrespecting it though, it's Neff.
Disrespects it, finds a kill, gets rewarded for it, but then Mako now trades him. 2 kills found, shocked out here at their feet. Bounce forward from Russia, just trying to take some space, but the distance is not quite there. Freeing, able to go ahead and quickly collect that kill as Mako does manage to escape.
Pits now as well.
Oh,
it
yeah.
just became worse for Bilibili.
That it has. Even if you had the Hunter's Fury, it would be a good luck angle. Gunman has the dart cleared, has the headshot, looks for a little bit more. Levius does manage to go ahead and fight back for one, fights back for two. With the spray, surely.
Wait, hang on.
He's going to be sticking this.
What?
He's sticking it. He's sticking it. He's just going to run him down, and oh my god, it gets so close. The second there. And now, and then once again trying to rush forward, but Freeing is right there with him, and Wisey is not prepared. 2 huge kills, and I think that this might just be the ending right now. DRX looking for that 14-12, a 3v5 necessary for BLG to try to get the OT reset.
Need to see some individual heroics here, that's for sure. Someone needs to step up for Bilibili, and we've not seen too many crash hot moments from them, all things considered. A lot more of an effort by committee. A minute to go to try and establish a plant. Still locked in towards this A site at the moment. You know DRX are going to challenge through any type of plant.
That's the slow walk forward. That'll be it. In the blink of an eye, a flawless round to go ahead and close things out. 14-12 for the score as DRX